Hi guys, thanks for tuning back into my channel. I know long time no see. I think I say that just about on every one of my videos. But I haven't made a video in a while due to a health scare. And you know guys, from the beginning of my YouTube journey, I've always been transparent with you guys. You know, whenever there's something going on with me or something that's preventing me from getting out here and putting out videos for you guys, it's definitely for a good reason. So, I have found out over a little over 2 weeks now that I have breast cancer. Um, this is still a touchy subject. I'm trying to hold back these tears, but I do want to get through this video so that I can move on and, you know, continue to make great content for you guys. Again, today is what? The first day of December. I think I found out, well, I can't really check because everything is stored on my phone and I'm recording on my phone today. But I think the date that I found out was, I want to say November the 12th. And so, yeah, again, over 2 weeks ago. And let me just say, first and foremost, you know, whenever you see those 6 letters on your health record, it's like a huge punch in the gut. You know, I'm 45 years old. Really the only health issue that I had prior to this was high blood pressure. I mean, I'm African American. You know, we are one of the toppest nationalities that go through hypertension. But to see those 6 letters on your health record, and this morning was the first time that I actually went on my my health record and saw those 6 letters. It's just a huge shock. You know, I'm still my happy-go-lucky person, you know, and I have to be, not only for my family, for my kids, but I have to do this for me, you know. I try to get up every day with a smile on my face. You know, I pray before my feet even hit the floor. You know, I do my devotions. I try I try to journal, but sometimes I say things out loud more than actually writing down my thoughts and my feelings, but I need to start doing that more. But this is a lot to deal with. Now, granted, I'm feeling good. I haven't started any of my treatments yet. My husband and I, we go to my very first appointment on Tuesday of this week. And though those 2 visits, I will be meeting with 2 doctors on my care team, just like a consultation. And then on the 9th, I meet with the radiologist. So I'm going to jot down some questions that I have for these docs on Tuesday. Because, you know, when you get into the doctor's office, everything, your mind just goes blank, especially if it's a health issue like this. So I'm going to write down those things. Actually, I'm going to store them in my notes on my phone, because, you know, I take my phone everywhere I go. I'm pretty sure my husband is going to have some questions too. So we will write those down so that we won't forget anything, or we won't leave anything out. But the main question that I want to ask is, what stage is it? Granted, it's only in my right breast. They found 2 masses. One was in the axillary. If you're not medical, that means, you know, in your armpit. And the other one was on my right breast. So let me just back up a little bit. Okay. You know, I normally go to all of my mammograms, but granted, I think there was like 1, maybe 2 years that I didn't go. Okay. So, and I love to go in the month of October because the month of October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So I had scheduled an appointment. I think it was October 30th. I scheduled that day off of work. And I went in, had my mammogram. That was done. But the lady was like, "Hey, don't get dressed yet. Just keep your gown on and just wait in the waiting room." So I'm like, "Okay," because I saw other women doing the same thing. So went back in again, and they were like, they want to do an ultrasound on my breast, and I'm looking like something's not right. So did that, did the ultrasound in the room, and then the lady again was like, "Don't get dressed yet." She said, "As a matter of fact, no, go ahead and get dressed. Just sit in this room, and the doctor will come back in and speak with you." Already, I'm freaking out, but I'm praying at the same time. I'm like, "Lord, please don't let nothing be wrong." So the doctor came in maybe 5 minutes or so after I got dressed, and he sat down and he was like, he saw two areas that looked abnormal. When he said abnormal, it was like my whole world was just coming down. It was like stuff was just flashing in front of me of all the things that I want to accomplish. So he was asking me, who my PCP was, and I was just bawling at this point. I mean, I couldn't even think, but the lady that was in the room had to finish my sentence for me because I was just so hysterical. So we arranged to go ahead and do the biopsy, and I did the biopsy in less than like 2 weeks because I had to take time off for work. So got that day set up, went in, had the biopsy done. I was a little nervous because of other people that have had this procedure, and they were telling me, how their situation was. And so I was like, "Oh Lord, you know, how is this really going to play out?" But when I got to the office, the lady, she called me back. She brought me into the room where everything was going to be done, and she explained everything. It was like a big gush of air was just everything was just lifted off my shoulders. She explained everything to a T, and I'm like, "Okay, I got this." But the procedure, I was in the office for maybe like maybe 2.5 hours. And I thought my husband was going to, you know, leave and come back, but he actually stayed in the office. He couldn't be in the room with me because, everything had to be sterile. But he did wait in the waiting room the entire time. And, I love my husband. I love him to death. So I love him to life. But he stayed there the whole time. The procedure, once the part that was uncomfortable was when he had to numb me up with the lidocaine. But I tell you what, whoever invented lidocaine, my hat goes off to them, because once he numbed me up, I think I felt that initial stick when they stuck the needle in my breast to numb everything. But I say within maybe 30 seconds to a minute, he asked me, did I feel this sharp pinch? I was like, no. He was like, "Okay, well, we ready to roll." And he explained everything before he actually done it. And that doctor and the lady that was helping him, they were both phenomenal. I mean, if anybody has to have this procedure done, I would highly recommend this clinic because they were superb. But like I said, I was in there for about 2.5 hours. And then after the procedure was done, I had to do a light mammogram. So it wasn't like the actual mammogram where it's a lot of pressure and a lot of squeezing. It was light squeezing, but still, I was still numb. So I really didn't feel a lot. But they were doing that just to make sure the markers that they had to put in my breast were in there and they could see it. So the next time I do have a mammogram, they will see those markers, be like, that's an area that we were concerned about last time, which is not an issue now, is what I'm claiming. But yeah, that day had me on edge. It really, really did. I mean, the whole entire time I was lying on my side, I was just praying. I don't think I've prayed that much ever since probably when I had my two sons. But that is the main reason why I hadn't, well, of course, from being lazy too, not getting up here and um sharing other nursing related videos. But I did tell my husband that I was going to get out and make this video. I'm sitting in my bedroom now. They're out there in the living room playing a game. So it was a little too loud to make the video in the living room. So I just came in here while I can actually think and get my feelings out. I have my videos playing up on the big screen. So just to put myself in the zone, just to make this video for you guys. But like I said, when we go Tuesday, you know, we're going to have our questions written down or in our phones so that we won't forget anything. If there is anybody who is going through this, or if you know someone who is going through this, any kind of kind words of encouragement, please just put that in the description box. I mean, I know the Lord. I do have faith. I know I'm going to beat this. I have a huge and great support system around me. You know, my husband, my kids, you know, the rest of my family, even my work family. They have just really been there for me, and, you know, it's more than I can express right now. And, you know, when you're going through something, you need support. You really need support, because without support and without the man upstairs, it's really hard to get through. But yeah, just trying to find out what stage it is. You know, I know it's not aggressive because my PCP did let me know that I have the most common type. And I'll put the name of it on the screen. It's invasive adenocarcinoma. And when I saw that the night that my results came in, I saw it, but I kind of pushed it to the back of my mind. Because my husband was right there, and I was like, oh my God, I have cancer. But I didn't want to say it until, you know, somebody was going to reach out to me the next day from the clinic to explain everything. You know, being a nurse, you can already decipher some things, but when it comes to your health, you know, someone has to really break it down, especially for me. And so what I did when I went to work that next morning, I got my nurse manager, because of course I had to let him know. He looked over it. And then I got my other coworker. She's a nurse as well, but she's been there so long, and she's been in the medical field, you know, for decades. So I got her to look over it. And when she said it was a C word, I was like, oh my God. But you know, there is a light at the end of the tunnel though. I mean, with all the medical treatments, all of the medicine and stuff that they got for breast cancer, I mean, it's not a death sentence. It's not. I'm going to beat this. I know people who've had breast cancer, like including my aunt, my mom's sister. She's in remission. And we are the only two people in our family so far that has breast cancer, or have had in her situation. So, and she didn't have to get anything removed or anything like that. I think she did chemo and radiation. But mine, guys, one area, I think the one under my arm, I can't remember. I don't want to tell you guys anything wrong. But I know the one that's on my breast is 1.3 millimeters. So that's real small. So whatever they got to do, if they want to go back in it and remove it, or even if I have to have my breast removed, hey, do whatever you got to do to allow me to be cancer free and to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish in my life. You know, my husband and I, we had a discussion the other day about going back to school. You know, I do want to go back to school to achieve my RN. But he was like, you know, once you start treatment, you hate to start something, you know, and you might have to miss days or something like that. You know, I understand where he's coming from, but at the same time, I do want to become an RN. But I have two options. One school I can start in the summer of 25. The other one is where I acquired my LPN from. I can start in the spring of 26. So It really doesn't matter which one I choose. But at the end of the day, I understand where he's coming from too, because um, I would hate to start something that I can't finish. Or if I start it and, I have to have more extensive treatment, you know. So whichever route I do choose, I'm going to let you guys know. But I don't want to make this video long. I'm already at 15 and a half minutes. I just wanted to come and let you guys know that there was a reason why I hadn't been making any videos. Because I think the last video I made, we had just moved in here, and that was like the end of July. And here it is, December 1st. So guys, I'm going to continue to be positive, surround myself with positive people. Anybody comes around me with negativity, I'm going to tell them nicely, hey, I'm going through something that's, just tell them that I'm going through something and I don't need any negativity. I'm just going to say it just like that, But I'm not going to entertain negative people. So I hope everyone had a lovely and safe Thanksgiving, because I sure did. I was around, all of my family. Well, not all, but I was around my cousin in Burlington. We're mainly like sisters. I mean, she's 3 years older than me, but we are so close that you might as well say we are sisters. So spent some time with her and her husband. It wasn't any kids around. It was a little bit, but her kids were gone. My oldest son did come along and we had a ball. My youngest son, he was with some of his friends because his little cousins weren't up there. And so I understood why he wasn't there. But we had a ball. The food was excellent. The fellowship was great. It was just awesome. So Christmas is right around the corner. We're just going to switch everything up. We're probably just going to a restaurant and just have dinner there. But the main thing is that we're all going to be together and we're going to have a ball. So guys, I do have some more videos. I have made some more Coach purchases. And so I'm going to probably do that video. I might come home tomorrow and do that because I purchased another bag that I take only for work. And I want to show you, what I have in that. So I'm not going to spoil it. I could pick it up. It's right beside me, but I don't want to spoil it. So I'm not going to change the title of my channel, but I may add some different subtitles. I'll still have Nursing Nakia, but I might put like family, health, I don't know, and hygiene. I don't know, because I have been seeing a lot of hygiene videos that I want to put my take on things, what works for me and my skin. So be on the lookout for those great videos to come. I think getting out and putting out more videos about my health and what's going on with me and other Coach items and hygiene items and stuff like that, and nursing related items that will help, keep my positivity going. So guys, it's now going on 19 minutes. I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know about what's going on with me. And guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you turn on the bell so that you will be the first to be notified when I upload a video. Until then, guys, be blessed and be safe.